There are a lot of people wondering how bad is this going to get as the markets fall. I'm going to talk about why this is happening right now and what will actually make things better in this movie. Guys, I think a lot of people are getting the wrong idea about what's going on in this movie. Today I want to talk about why the markets are having such a bad time and what will make things better. Your help is very much appreciated as always. Thanks a lot. Thank you to everyone who liked the movies and signed up for the channel. These two easy things help me a lot. Also, if you want to buy XRP, check out my list of best streams at the bottom of this video's description. Anyways, that's all I have to say about it. I hope you guys enjoy the material. I want to get to the movie quickly because there's a lot to talk about. The most important thing to know right now is that the foreign markets just opened and we're seeing a lot of blood coming out of Japan. Japan's markets pretty much opened an hour ago, but all we saw was that they instantly became frozen. There was so much selling that trade had to be stopped, and right now the traditional markets are taking a huge hit. It's clear where this is coming from now. It's clear that taxes are to blame. The news about tariffs is pretty much crashing markets all over the world. For the first time in a while, these tariffs are really starting to hit the cryptocurrency market right now. We'll talk more about Trump's plan for the economy and these taxes later in the video. Now, this is what I said would happen. In regular markets, there can only be a certain amount of blood before the cryptocurrency market starts to feel it. Now, I also think it's important to understand that this is not a smart move because tariffs have no effect on the coin market. Then people sit there and wonder why the market is going down. In the end, cryptocurrencies are some of the easiest to sell stocks. People who have borrowed money in traditional markets will need to cover and get cash to cover many of the positions they're about to lose. They will have to get cash from somewhere, and cryptocurrencies are a very liquid asset class that they can use to do that. People will have to sell their cryptocurrencies to cover their other positions when the markets get bad, even if it has nothing to do with cryptocurrency. It's possible for someone else to be pushed to sell an asset they don't want to sell in order to cover a different asset class that's having a rough time. If that happens, you can go buy their cryptocurrency for less money because it doesn't affect the bullish thesis in any way. In fact, I think it makes the bullish argument stronger. That's something we'll talk about more in the movie. At the moment, though, the cryptocurrency market is mostly just responding irrationally to what's going on in traditional markets. People need to protect their positions, and cryptocurrencies are a good way to do that. However, it's important to tell the difference between people who are doing that and people who are selling cryptocurrencies because the market as a whole is broken. That's what I want to talk about first. First, I want to tell you some good news. This good news is a little funny, but Jim Cramer says he thinks the markets will fall 20% more. That's what I call good news. If Jim Cramer is right and we're going down, then we're probably pretty close to the bottom. I'm kind of joking, but the idea that the markets are going down is becoming very popular right now. A lot of people are talking about selling. I just spent time with my parents. Everyone in my family is scared. These are the kinds of things you usually start to see when you're getting close to the bottom. The news about the tariffs doesn't make me think that things could get that much worse. A lot of countries are now ready to talk about taxes with the US. Another thing is that the Trump administration is now walking a fine line between freedom and danger. They clearly have their own business plans they want to carry out. We need to know, though, that Trump is aware of what's going on with the stock market and will only let it go so far. He also has full control over everything. This is one of the most important things this video will be about. In markets, there are many types of crashes. The worst crashes happen when things start breaking and no one knows how to fix them. The last time this happened was with COVID. Basically, the markets went down because we entered a time that had never been seen before. No one knew what COVID was or what the other side would look like. It was a dark box. Without knowing what would happen, we stepped into a different world where no one knew what the economic effects of that time would be. Right now, things are very different, and that's very important to notice. Right now, markets are very scared because of taxes. Unfortunately, taxes are something that the United States is making up right now. I'm not even going to say whether I agree or disagree with taxes, but the truth is that these taxes can be taken off with the same ease that they were put on these countries. This is the first very important thing people need to understand. The market would take a huge drop if Trump announced tomorrow that he was getting rid of tariffs, which I don't think he will do. The market would start responding very positively right away, and we would V-bottom out of this. As an investor, this is important to me because it shows me that Trump will only let things get worse, and I don't think they would let that happen even if things got worse over time than they are now. Trump is already getting a huge amount of backlash because of the market. Additionally, I will state once more that I still think tariffs should be used to obtain more money for the United States. I still believe he will go ahead with this. I also think the markets will understand that this is not the end of the world, as everyone is making it out to be. But the markets are not making sense right now. I find it funny that this has always been Trump's plan. Plus, the market was happy that Trump won because of this plan. He's not doing anything different from what he said he would do. This was always a part of his plan. The market went up a lot when Trump first became president because he planned to do the same thing. Things are going crazy all of a sudden and everyone is acting like the end of the world is happening. Once more, this shows me that the market is full of folly. People who bought stocks because they thought Trump would carry out this plan are now selling stocks because it is being carried out. All of these things make me think that we are living in a very, very special time because most people think that these tariffs will destroy the world economy and cause a huge slump or depression. I don't think Trump would ever let that happen, though. It has to do with what we were talking about before. They didn't just appear out of thin air. Rates aren't like a bug that showed up out of nowhere and no one knew how to get rid of it. No, taxes were put in place on purpose, and they can be taken away on purpose as well. Because of this kill switch, it is not at all like a problem with the banking system as a whole. Right now, this is one of the most important things about our time, because we have so much power to change things. I can tell that everyone in the Oval Office doesn't think this is more than a short-term shakeup because we haven't changed course yet. Now I'm going to show you why they are even pushing for these taxes. For my part, I believe that these taxes are good for the United States. Also, I really believe they will make the market go up a lot in the future. I was going to break this down, but someone made a great movie about Trump's plan for the economy. And this is the most important thing for everyone to understand, since I already said that the market initially jumped on Trump's economic plan. People are going crazy now that it's being put into place. But watch this video first. I'd love to know why you still think this is a bad plan after watching this movie. I think it's a good plan, though. Right now, the markets are acting badly because they don't have a full view. They don't see the whole plan coming together. But I see it as short-term pain for long-term gain. Whatever you do, you need to change how the US banking system is set up right now. It doesn't work right now. There are a lot of problems that need to be fixed because several things don't make sense. It is Trump's plan to take off the bandage and fix these problems so that the country can have a better economy in the long run. Take a moment to listen to this because I believe it will completely destroy the plan. After hearing this, do you still think this market move makes sense? To be honest, I don't agree with you. I believe the market has a very poor understanding of what is going on here, and everyone who is selling right now is going to be caught off guard. Pay attention to this. $4 trillion in sales. They need to borrow $2 trillion, which will bring their total debt to $38 trillion. Trump's plan for the economy is based on three things. First, cut costs by $1 trillion,